you ready to show the yellow team some love? Put your hands together for the yellow team!
When a search and rescue team is looking for someone who is lost and injured, the chance of finding them alive decreases as much as 80% in the first 24 hours. Now, these are the faces of search and rescue, the faces of the people who are always on call for us for the 50,000 missions every year, the faces you see when you know you're going to make it. When time is everything, our heroes need every hour, every bit of accuracy they can get. But technology has fallen far behind their courageous efforts. Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin, and we're excited to introduce Coordinate, a system of devices designed to help search and rescue teams optimize their missions in real time, ultimately improving a life-saving process. And now, let's take a closer look at the common architecture of a search and rescue mission. A mission begins at a command center, a central unit which oversees multiple teams. Each team has a team lead who oversees multiple searchers. Now, the biggest problem in a search and rescue mission is that throughout, the progress becomes effectively invisible to the command center. This lack of information causes many further issues. The teams would then depart to conduct the search. During the mission, pieces of evidence or points of interest may be found. Currently, a searcher would record a description of this evidence and corresponding GPS location and communicate their findings to the team leadership. Errors could occur if a searcher incorrectly records the 16-digit GPS location on top of having to handle many devices at once. Further, without live GPS tracking, teams can go off course, and the command center would be unable to guide the teams. Teams would not realize this until they return to the command center, when data is combined. As you can see, there's a missed area. This would cause for a second search, which could potentially cost up to $30,000 per day. And that's why we designed Coordinate. Coordinate gives our teams real-time information. We equip each person of the existing search architecture with specialized devices: the command module, the lead module, and the search module, which naturally work together to streamline the search process. And now, Arden will walk you through our product in action.
Thank you, Kevin. So now that you've all learned about how search and rescue works and some of the barriers they face, we're going to demonstrate for you all how Coordinate makes this process better. As you can see, we have a command center set up right here on stage, and we have a team lead and 4 searchers outside ready to walk you through a typical mission. So to begin, let's look over here at the command center. John is in charge of our mission, and on the table in front of him is the command module, which plugs into the laptop already at the command center and displays a map of the searcher locations, team lead locations, and points of interest. Right now, you can see the map. There's a bit of interference, as you guys have heard about tonight, so we're not getting data continuously, but that's the interface that you would see on the laptop. So next, let's move on to John's team outside. So we have Sam, Travis, Aaron, and Steven outside. You can identify them by their flashlights on the right there. And each one of them is carrying a search module, which allows them to be visible on this map. In addition, with the knowledge that their location is automatically being transmitted, they can really focus on searching. So it looks like the searcher on top is lagging behind because they've found something. So when this happens, they would pull out their search module and simply mark a point of interest with the press of a single button. At this time, they would also radio to their team lead to let them know more information about what has been found. So with that, let's move on to Ryan, who's standing in as our team lead and therefore carrying the lead module. He can see his team's tracks in real time, and he can also see that point of interest that was just marked. Once he receives the description from his searcher, he can type in a more detailed label for that POI. Let's take a look as he does that. All right, looks like there's some lag, but to understand what would happen, he would click on where it says POI on the right. It looks like he's getting there. And then a keyword pops up, and he can, one by one with his stylus, type in the description for that. So back to John here. He can see the POI that was dropped and would be able to see the description that was put in. And with that, he can figure out what to do next. So for example, he may choose to redirect some of his searchers in order to better target the area where something was found. Coordinate gives search and rescue teams the ability to view their mission in real time and make confident, data-backed decisions on how to carry out a search.
Thanks, Arden. Now, let's take a closer look at the technical aspects of Coordinate. Coordinate is designed for the outdoors. The devices are rugged with an outer rubber molding along all the edges to ensure for shock absorption if the devices are dropped. They are water resistant with rubber gaskets and adhesives to seal all interfaces. And additionally, the devices are easy to use with gloves, with a single button on the search module and a stylus for the touchscreen on the lead module. Let's take a look at the electronics. Because most of these missions occur in areas with no cell reception, these devices all work off-grid. The command and lead modules have high-power radios that communicate up to 11 miles, while the lead and search modules have low-power radios that communicate up to 200 feet, as well as GPS chips that track data, location data up to an accuracy of 15 feet. These devices are powered with easily replaceable batteries, which searchers are already used to carrying, giving them about 6 hours of continuous use. With the two different types of radios, we take advantage of a mesh network. The two searchers in a search mission are usually well within the 200 feet radius of the low-power radios. So in a mesh network, this GPS data is bounced from one search module to the next until it reaches the lead module. Then all the data is compiled and sent to the command module using the high-power radio because it is usually located far from the search mission. And after benchmarking with similar technologies, we'll be selling Coordinate to search and rescue team organizers as a base set of 1 command, 2 leads, and 10 search modules in a convenient and portable case for a total of $2,300. Our cost is $1,020, so that gives us a margin of 56%. We will also be selling these modules individually so that we can cater to any size teams with the following prices. With 1,500 search and rescue teams in the United States, our total addressable market is $30 million. We've already worked closely with teams in 9 states and have contacts in an additional 18, so we're confident in our ability to capture 15% of the market and become profitable by year 3. We'll also be pursuing the option of patenting and licensing our technology to GPS tracking device companies to help us grow. And with Coordinate, search and rescue teams now have the ability to optimize their searches in real time, providing them with a faster way to save lives. Thank you.